Replicon Radio is brought to you in part by Lex the Hexmaster and the Shadow Army.
Yeah. Shout out to the sponsor all day.
Hello, sponsor.
Boy.
For sure, man. Faux show. Where is that? But yeah, we're back. We're up on the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys share that link out. Bro. Whatever's happening over there needs to stop.
Needs to put it into it.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. We good?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening on the screen. There's like a fucking...
Oh, the stuff is moving?
Like a machine gun slideshow.
Machine Gun Kelly?
No,
I just wanted to remind everyone again that our homeboy, Steve Burton, has a brand new music video dropping Friday, and the link is in the description of the video. So go check that out. And shout out to the homie.
Shout out to Violent J for that $117
super chat.
Actually, the $700 EP.
That $700 super chat. Fuck yeah.
$117 super chat.
We appreciate that. If you want to know what he's talking about, go check out the last video on our YouTube, or check out the replay of this entire episode on any and all streaming platforms.
And you can do that at 10:30 Central Time.
That's right, as soon as we're done here. But we're just getting started, man, because as we do, we have a very special guest on the line with us tonight.
Most Mondays.
Every most Monday, that's correct.
There's somewhere we don't.
That's a good example there. But anyway, give it up for our motherfucking special guest in the house, our homie 3ALITY. What up, brother?
What's up, good sir?
What's up with you guys, man?
Chilling.
I appreciate being called the special guest. I mean, I know I'm not mentally retarded, but I'm not quite special yet.
I don't know.
You're special to us.
Yeah, you're special to us.
That's all that fucking matters.
That's right.
That's right, man.
That is all that matters.
That's right. It's good to have you, man.
It's good to be on, bro. Thank you very much.
It's I honestly was under the impression that we already had you on the show because we've spoke to you and we've hung out with you. We even hosted an event with you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
but here we are.
I think we were supposed to do it after the show that night, but it just like never happened because the owner of that venue was like a little baby.
So when was the last?
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember that. You guys like.
So when was the last episode of Replicon Radio did you listen to?
Well, you got to put him on the spot like that.
I'm just
put him on. You ain't got to answer that. Don't answer that.
I'm just fucking.
I remember that. Yeah, because we were in that little back. That was when I couldn't walk. I was on crutches at that show.
I don't know if I was at that show.
It was just me and you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
When?
It was the only time it was just me and you.
Oh, was that at Carl's?
At Foo Bar.
Oh.
Foo Bar. I was on crutches. On stage, dancing and shit with crutches.
Yeah.
The only time I ever hosted a show on crutches. The only time I ever had crutches in my life. You were probably really drunk.
No, I just can't remember shit.
That's what I meant. When I said,
I mean, it doesn't go hand in hand.
Oh.
I could be stone sober and still not remember shit.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
But anyway, 3ALITY is here, and we're gonna hang out. Even though we know each other, we're gonna get to know each other better, man. We're pumped. I know a couple weeks ago you premiered a brand new track and we bumped it and it's dope, and we're gonna talk about that in a minute. But first, we're gonna go back. That's what we do. We go back. We go back in time. 13 years ago when you were born?
Was it the after show that we hosted?
It was 28 years.
28 years ago. And you're from New York, in a town in which I am not even going to attempt to pronounce, but
it's Schenectady. Way millions moons ago, many moons ago, before Albany was the capital of the state, Schenectady was the capital of the state.
Bless you.
We're 20 minutes away from Albany. It's the Tri-City area, the upstate capital region, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, Troy, Albany, and Schenectady make the triangle, which is the capital district of the state of New York.
That's what's up. I don't know what any of that means, but shout out to...
Whenever you hit the road and you say you're from New York, everybody thinks that New York City is the only thing that exists, but New York State is like the third biggest state next to California and Texas, and there's a whole like 10-hour travel from the East Coast to the West Coast of just New York State alone. It's like crazy.
Dude,
So it's
upper
kinda
New
like,
York.
So
is,
it's kind of like St. Louis. You tell people you're from Missouri, and they think you're from St. Louis, and no, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
upstate New York is beautiful, especially like Cooperstown area.
That's where they play baseball?
That's where they do the baseballs.
It's the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Are you a member?
I have a cousin in there.
Do you?
Yep. Steve Carlton. He was like my third or fourth cousin. He was a all-star pitcher.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Be like, yo,
Fuck
where's
yeah,
my
man.
check at?
My dad almost made the Cardinals.
So growing up, not in New York, but in Schenectady, New York.
Achoo.
Schenectady.
Yeah, bless you. So, were you like growing up? Were you like super influenced by hip hop, or what kind of was your musical influence in things growing up as a kid?
Oh boy. So in my earliest years, all I really had was like the radio and pop music and stuff. And then in like middle school is when rock became huge, and I like delved into Linkin Park and Disturbed and stuff like that. Other than like Eminem, like I don't know, it wasn't until high school till I started getting into like tech and hop and all the underground guys. And I feel like over the last few years, since I've been like really like paying attention to it, underground artists are fucking amazing. Just completely on point with lyrics. You got obviously Dax and Tom McDonald, but then like Echo, I've been following him since he was like considered a nobody, and now he's like up there. So shout out to Echo, he's freaking dope.
Hell yeah, yeah. We did. We actually just played an Echo track right before we came back.
The new one with Jaron Benton.
No, I don't know what it was. The remix.
That song is pretty dope.
The remix with King Moses.
Nice.
I don't remember which one, but it's dope. Yeah, Echo's the shit. So I mean, were you listening to like more influenced by like pop music and stuff on the radio, or were you like a rock kid? Like,
yeah, definitely more rock. I say like for the music I do now, I mean, like, I guess Linkin Park and more rapish bands like that, like Slipknot has rap, Limp Bizkit had rap, Hollywood Undead, more stuff like that. Because back when I was in 10th grade, I wanted to be in a rock band, and then a couple years after graduation, I like still wasn't really doing anything musically, and I was like, I stumbled across a friend who had told me he was performing shows and stuff, and I was like, you know what, it's about time I get off my ass and do shit. Because like, so this was about 5-6 years ago, and I'm like, if I can't find a band or assemble a band, I'm gonna do the rap thing, because I loved music and like wrote music like most of my life, and then just one day I put on a beat and wrote to it instead of just blindly writing lyrics, and that song became my first ever official song, and it was dope. And that one is called Understanding from the Sick Parvis Magna album. If anybody wants to go check that out.
it's out right now. His first ever song.
Yep, the very first song that I wrote for everything I've been doing the last few years is Understanding.
So when did you write that song? When did it all kind of start for you?
I literally wrote that song on New Year's Day of 2016. And I was listening to, I think it's the Pumpkinhead album from Boondocks, where he says, crucifix in my pocket from another point in time. I was found, but now I'm lost. I could see, but now I'm blind. That lyric inspired some lyric that I had, and I just went off on that, and boom. I wrote like one verse, and then I wrote the next verse the next day, and the next verse the next day. So January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I pieced it all together, and that's the first official song that I ever actually made.
Hell yeah. So like growing up in rock and wanting to be in a band and not being able to do that, did you ever just want to do like just solo music? Like were you singing? Is that something you still want to do? Do you still want to do rock inspired things? Or
back in the earliest ages of my like YouTube channel, I was doing like covers of rock songs and metal songs and stuff like that, just to like showcase my talents. And yeah, I mean, like, music is just what I love to do. So one day the possibilities are endless for me. If I get a band, I would love to do rock music. If I had like time to work on my voice and had better production in the booth or whatnot, I would release a pop song or an R&B song or something like that. But right now, rap is where it's at, and I'm killing it, and I just need people to realize that I'm killing it, you know?
Oh yeah, that's what's up. So going from writing your first song and I guess recording it and all that, like, how did it, like, was there a time when you were like, were you always just wanting like to take it serious? Was it ever just like something you did for fun, or were you like, all right, this is what we're gonna do? Like, how did you kind of get started, like, as an actual artist?
Yeah, as of that first official song on New Year's Day 2016, it was always serious, because I was just about to turn 23. So I was like, okay, I've been an adult for a few years now, and I'm like, my life is nowhere near where I want it to be. So had to try to find my outlet to do what I love and make some money and get out there. And yeah, so there was this group of kids where I live. They put together like this little entertainment group, and he wanted to work with me. And through him, I recorded my first song at my first ever studio. And believe it or not, my first ever song that I recorded was not the very first ever song that I wrote. There's two completely, totally different songs. And from there, I asked his opinion on his studio equipment. And after I think I had 2 or 3 songs recorded, maybe, I ordered all my own shit. I got my own studio equipment in my house, and it's just been that ever since. I started my own company, Shadow Phoenix Entertainment. It's official New York State LLC. I had some of my boys with me. Some boys have come, some boys have gone. And we're just rocking it, man. I'm doing the best that I can every single day to do whatever it takes. This last year and a half with all the COVID bullshit was just the worst. And yeah, so from my very first album to where we are now, production has gotten better, you know, learning tricks and just mastering better and better techniques, just all the little ins and outs, tricks that come with engineering and stuff like that.
For sure. So from after your first recording session, you went out, got all your own equipment, and you've been producing and recording all your own music ever since?
Yeah, I would say all of the last 3 years, like since 2018, because I think it was November 2017 when I came up with the business name and the label name and all that, and that's when I got all the equipment. It was somewhere between June and November of 2017, and then February of 2018 is when I officially got the LLC. But yeah, ever since the day all my equipment showed up, I've never gone and wasted my money at somebody else's recording studio.
Wow, that's awesome. So you just learned everything just on your own, just self-taught?
Yeah, my man helps me out a lot. Like, I know what I'm doing, and he knows what he's doing, and he like has tricks that I don't use, and I have tricks that he don't use. So we usually work together when putting music out, just to find the best sound that we can.
That's what's up. So you're recording your own stuff. You've put out three albums, a mixtape, an EP. You've done all this stuff. Obviously we met you out on the road. I know you work a lot with Skiro. Like, how did you guys link up?
When me and Skiro first met, it was at K-Daver's release party in New Hampshire, I believe, for his Rotten Robbie album. And from there, Skiro invited me on to his psychedelic tour. We did that. Then we did the Road to Redemption tour, which is where we hung out with you guys. And basically, ever since then, me and Skiro have been friends and working on the tracks together. He's the person that I was talking about earlier. He was on my label just up until today. He's pulling like a Chris Calico type thing. He's gonna go off and start his own way. So I don't really know where that's going, but as far as I know, we're still friends and we're still gonna tackle this music shit together. So
Hell yeah. Well,
me and him, we got a duo called 322. And on Christmas Eve, we drove down to New York City and we filmed the video for our song Gorilla. And we released that a week later when the ball dropped on New Year's. So on my YouTube channel, 322 Gorilla is that music video. That song is dope as fuck.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you guys, I say you guys got a lot of things together on your projects and his projects. And I know you guys recently did the fuck track with over the Cardi B and
oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Bro, when we recorded the music video for that, we were on the rooftop of a parking garage at the casino, and I swear to God, it was the coldest day of the winter. It was like probably 16, 22 degrees outside with super high winds. Like, it definitely had to be below zero. It was so crazy. Like, we would get out of the car, we'd shoot a scene, we'd run back in the car and warm up. Like, we had a little tripod, and the wind actually knocked it over. Like, the winds were ridiculous. You could, if you watch the video, you can see us. Everything's just blowing everywhere.
Damn. Hell yeah. Out there working hard for you guys, man, trying to entertain the people. Fuck yeah, bro. That's what's
always, man.
So obviously I want to talk about the new track, but I want to make sure everybody knows about everything else. So we got Sick Parvis Magna, The Second Coming, Evolution.
Yep.
And I don't know how to pronounce the other one.
Juice. The mixtape is Juice. And the EP Peace and Love.
There you go. Hell yeah. So all these projects are available. You can stream them online. Tell me a little bit about like for people who may or may not be familiar with you, like just kind of about the projects and what they can expect from you on like all these past projects you put up.
All right, so throughout my career, I've been very versatile. Like, I have raps that have messages. I have like typical like gloaty type rap, underground rap, and stuff like that. There's been emotional songs. There's been like aggressive songs. There's a little bit of everything on each of the albums. Sick Parvis Magna, which is the very first ever project. So it's got like the worst production of all my stuff, but lyrically, it's like one of my best. And I want to say that all of my stuff is always like lyrically on point, but I had so many years of pent up like writing, like, and not making actual songs. And so like, I feel like from front to back that there's a lot of really good stuff on there. And then Second Coming, obviously album number 2. There's a diss track on there to somebody who like was talking shit about my kids. He was supposed to be my best friend. Did some like white girl ex-girlfriend type shit and slashed the tires on my car. Showed up to one of my shows before I knew that he was the one that done it. Acted all buddy to me and to my face, and all this crazy shit. And then also on that Second Coming album, I have a Juggalo track. I literally, the intro, I say like, this one's for the Juggalos, and that song is pretty fucking crazy. If you can count all the references on there, I think it's about like 27 Juggalo references that I make from front to back of that track. It's called Unstoppable.
Oh shit! Whoop whoop.
And then Evolution
And that's available not for $117 a track if anybody's curious.
Exactly. The Evolution album, it's only, I think, 7 tracks long. There was a bunch of tracks that, for one reason or another, were just unable to get finished. And I wanted to put what I've been working so hard on out. And you can tell that it's like a leap in production. The Evolution album, it's only 7 tracks, but it's all 7 tracks are definitely worth a listen, especially if you're fans of anything that I had been doing up to that point. And then the Juice mixtape more than makes up for it. It's got 20 tracks on there. It's got the 4 entry tracks for the Underground Hustling contest that they did. And my version, none of my 4 freaking tracks were chosen by UGH, of course, but my version of the Hustlin' song with MMFD on it, that shit has gotten a lot of attention. People really fuck with it.
Shout out to motherfucking Scum and Insane Poetry.
Hells yeah. I saw those motherfuckers back in September at the very last show I ever got to perform at. Me and Skiro put together the Peace and Love Festival out in Denver, Colorado. And that shit had Jerry Robinson, Joey Cool, JL, Jay Area, and Scum and Insane Poetry on it. And it's fucking one of the greatest weekends, adventures, vacations, whatever you want to call it, of my life. That shit was so much fun.
Hell yeah. Bunch of dope ass people, man. Shout out to all them cats. Shout out! So many people to shout out. All the freshness. Shout out. Bringing all the freshness, man.
For real.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, just really quick, I only got to perform 2 shows last year. It was the Peace and Love Fest in Denver, Colorado, and then I performed in Worcester, Massachusetts on my birthday. Like, fuck COVID, all up in the ass with no lube, bro.
I feel you. You had a bunch of stuff scheduled and shit for this year too, which I'm assuming you probably didn't get to do a lot.
Yeah, a lot of stuff kept getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. But I'm supposed to be support on somebody else's tour that is hopefully taking place in July. I'll be going all the way down to Texas and back. And me and another homie are working on something that hopefully will happen before 2022. So it'll either be at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, my first ever headline tour. I'm going to travel down to Florida and back. So
like along the coast there?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, I know you had like the Greatness in the Making tour.
Yep, that'll be my headline tour. And you saw the flyer for the winter 2020 tour, or the winter 2021 tour, whatever I called it, that I am now branding as the summer 2021 tour, and that's where I'm support for somebody else's tour. But I'm kind of putting a spin on it because I have dates along the way that the whole tour package is not a part of, and they will be like my shows. But then on most of those shows, I'm like the supporting act. But still, in these underground shows where there's like really no true headliner, I mean, I want my fans to come out and know that I'm there, and I'm the reason they're coming out, you know?
Absolutely. Hell yeah. And I guess you'll be announcing all that here pretty soon, or you're waiting on some final stuff, or what?
Yeah, as soon as they give me the information I'm waiting to receive, I will be doing mass promotion for the summer 2021 tour. And just because COVID pushed it back so many times already, I don't want to promote it again and for whatever reason have it get canceled again. Right. So I'm making sure a lot of things are set in stone. I know it's only like 5 weeks away at this point, or 4 weeks away. So yeah, definitely going to promote that a lot. Shove it down people's throats. Be like, hey guys, if you're free, you know where I'll be. I'm coming to your city. All that good stuff. And then my Greatness in the Making tour, we haven't even really started it yet. Like, so that'll be later towards November, December, January, February area.
Hell yeah. Well, it's going the fuck down, back on the motherfucking road. And with all that shit being pushed back, you're still out there making new music, including that new single, Straight Underground Music, which we were bumping on the show a couple weeks ago when it dropped, featuring the motherfucking homies, Blaze that homie, Kung Fu Vampire, and Boondocks. Tell me about this song, man. Tell me about this Straight Underground Music.
All right, well, can I give you guys like an exclusive right now?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
So, Straight Underground Music. The track is supposed to be called SUM. That those details are all going to get worked out through the distributor. There was a mix up, but the grander scheme here, the bigger picture. This song has 3 features on it because this song needed to stand out. I needed to take 3 really dope underground artists because my next official album release, it doesn't have a release date yet, is going to be called The Sum of All Your Fears. And the sum, standing for Straight Underground Music, is showcased in this track. So I kind of want the album to be feature heavy like a mixtape, but I want every song to be amazing from front to back. So I'm not going to name any of the special guests that are going to be on the album, but know that the album Sum of All Your Fears by 3ALITY will be coming probably in 2022 or something like that.
The Sum of All Your Fears. I bet it's going to feature Kung Fu Vampire, Blaze That Homie, and Boondocks.
Oh, that one's guaranteed.
That's just a guess.
Don't know if I'll make that track 1 or track 3 or track 7 or all that stuff comes later in time.
Hell yeah, no, the shit's fun. So how did it come about? Is there any fun story behind linking up with all these dudes?
No, not really. I already have a song with Kung Fu Vampire, and I know that he was looking forward to doing another track. And when I found the beat and I came up with the idea for the song, I wanted to make sure that I had 3 features because I wanted somebody on the hook and I wanted 2 guys on the verses. So when I came up with the idea, I found this beat and I'm like, who would be dope to put on this? And me and Skiro were listening to music, and I think it was at the end of 2020, Boondocks and Blaze both released new albums that were like awesome. And I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit. These dudes were like idols of mine back when I was young and being a juggler actually mattered. So like, if it wasn't for One Less G in the Hood, I mean, like, I don't even know what the fuck different path I would have taken in music. So like, Blaze, before I had a different name before 3ALITY, and Blaze kind of like inspired it. So I was like, I'm getting these 2 guys on the track. And I was going to try to get Madrox on the track too, but my budget was not looking too good at the time. So I thought, all right.
We're going to save that for another feature on The Sum of All Your Fears.
Exactly. So I had, in February, I released my second song with Swizz. So I was like, okay, the second Kung Fu Vampire song has to happen, and I might as well make it this one. So I didn't want, like, it ended up working out better because I wanted this song to exemplify, like, underground music without it also being like, oh, I didn't want it to be a horrorcore song. So I was like, it's awesome to have Kung Fu Vampire who's branching out and he's doing songs with futuristic, and I didn't want like 3 like juggalo guys all on the track. So to hit Boondocks and Blaze, like I said, Boondocks inspired my very first song when I was listening to the fucking Pumpkinhead album, and Blaze, those out of the juggalo realm, Boondocks, Blaze, and Madrox are probably my 3 biggest inspirations. So I just hit the hammer on the head, or the nail on the head, and pulled the trigger, made that song happen.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. Those are super dope features, and it's a super dope track. It's a good combination. So what you mentioned you used to go by a different name. What was the original name, and how did Blaze inspire it?
I never really made any music under the name, but I was gonna go by Derange. And Derange, I felt like it was a simple 1-word name. And so Blaze, his full name is Blaze Dead Homie, but he was like my shit at the time. I was out skating, and just One Less G in the Hood was on repeat, you know, like just that shit's like an 18-track album, just listening to it front to back. And so back I was all like Juggalo entwined and stuff, and then as I got older, and I'm like, I don't want to appeal to Juggalos and Juggalos only. I need to make sure I appeal to everybody. And I'm like, Derange is not a name that's going to get across to everybody. So that's when I had to start thinking about the new name, and then 3ALITY was born. So
how did that name come about? Obviously that's a unique name.
Okay, so 3 is my favorite number, because I was born in March, I guess. I don't know why, but 3 ended up being my favorite number. And I'm sitting down thinking, I was probably listening to some Hobson or some shit, and I'm like, man, there literally is no realness in rap anymore. Like, the radio is so fucking garbage, and I don't know what was going on in my head. But I remember like fumbling around with the word real, like realness, reality, and then I said like 3ALITY. That shit sounds cool as fuck. So I went with it, and I stuck with it, and people are always saying that's a unique name and it's a cool name and shit. So I'm glad that I stuck with it, and I hope it's the one that takes me all the way.
3ALITY. Cody Hersey says, J Stu, that's your OG name. Keep up the good work, homie.
Hey, shout out to Cody, man. We've chilled. He was one of the bros back in the day.
Hell yeah. J Stu.
If you ever want to link up, bro, and fucking hang out together, you know where to find me.
There you go. Hit him up. So the new track's out right now. Some straight underground music featuring Kung Fu Vampire, Blaze Dead Homie, and Boondocks. You can stream it all over the place, wherever you want. Tours getting ready to be announced. Record being worked on, possibly coming early next year. What else is going on in the world of 3ALITY, man? Tons of shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm like as start off as it gets, I guess. I mean, we've been grinding for years. COVID messed us up. So I'm just hoping to tackle these tours, make some legit diehard fans, make connections, and just all that stuff that you got to do at this level. I want to be able to get to the point where I'm relying on only making music and not needing a job for income. I just want to get those steps out of the way where it's like, because it's a snowball effect. Once you get that first push, once the snowball finally gets a little bigger, there's no looking back. As long as you don't give up and you're dedicated and you're true to yourself and you're giving the fans what they want, it eventually will happen. I mean, as long as I can support myself through music, I don't care about becoming the most famous or most, successful artist of all time. I'd be lying if I said that those weren't my like overall dreams. Like 20 years from now, if I'm like becoming Eminem, that would be fucking fantastic. But because you gotta shoot for Mars, man, and land on the moon, some shit like that. So
hell, you can be Mars.
It all has to start. That was a good joke. You all gotta
shout out to Mars.
You gotta freaking take it one step at a time, and you gotta be realistic. So, one phase at a time. Like, you look at Tom McDonald. He came, he fucking was making music for 4 years. Then he finally had a viral Facebook video, and now the dude is #1 on iTunes every single day and outselling Eminem on some shit and getting million views in 12 hours. And that's just where I would like to be one day, whether it takes 2 years, 5 years, I don't know. But I'm going to keep pushing and working my hardest and trying to get to that spot.
Hell yeah. That poor bastard was on Replicon Radio about 3 years ago. Just so you know. Shout out to Tom and Nova.
So, 3ALITY's here. Replicon Radio now. Let's do it.
That's right. You better get you a famous girlfriend, bro. But hell yeah.
They really are like a perfect duo, though. It's like, I wish I had a fucking girlfriend that supported my dreams like that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Freaking shit.
Let me see here. Heather in the chat room, she says, if you could go back in time and do a track with any Motown artist, who would it be and why?
Bro, I don't know any Motown artists.
Is that because you're a child?
Most likely.
You do know Motown artists, and I'm going to tell you who they are. Some of them. So,
I mean, yeah, if you gave me names that are super famous, obviously I'd probably know them. But
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson, the Jackson 5, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Diana Ross, Marvin Gaye, the Temptations, Berry Gordy, the Four Tops.
All right, so
Lionel
Remember the Titans is my all-time favorite movie, so I guess I would have to do a song with the Temptations.
There you go. How would that song? That's the real question. How would that song go?
I know you want to leave me.
And this is why he started rapping and decided not to sing, yo. Would you be the Five Tops or would it be the Four Tops featuring 3ALITY? You would need Shaggy 2 Dope on there. And,
shit.
Who has a 1 in there? Anybody have a 1 in their name? Somebody, right?
Shy one.
Some 41.
Shy 1, some 40. No, that's 41, bro. Come on. You're stretching. Yeah, Shy 1. You either get Shaggy 2 Dope or Boys to Men. And then 3ALITY, the Four Tops, and then 5 Finger Death Punch. Why not? Let's mix it up.
Yo, I'm down for that any day of the week.
C to 6 remix. Who knows? It's madness.
Yo, there is a feature that I really wanted to like try to get, but I have no idea how to really get a hold of him. J3T from Hollywood Undead. I think that would be like dope. 3ALITY and J3T. So.
Probably on he's probably on Instagram. Who knows? That'd be sick though. Hell yeah.
If anybody's watching this, reach out to J3T and tell them to do a song with 3ALITY.
I don't know. They both got 3s in their names, man. It's meant to be, or something like that. So you got all this shit going on. We got new music, tours. And then at the same time, you also are an OnlyFans model of some sort. Tell me about this.
Hey, bro, the pandemic is real. There is no shame in my game. As soon as I found out that like people would fucking pay me to see some shit, I was like, hell, we could use extra money, can't we? So like, I had no idea you guys were going to do that to me just now. So anybody, if you guys want the fucking OnlyFans link, you guys can come support your boy.
I mean, we're here to promote you, right? I'm just saying, like, I didn't know it was a secret. Is it a secret? I guess it's not a secret.
You should have probably asked beforehand.
It's on the internet. It's not a secret.
Yeah, bro, I'm 100% fine with it. I mean,
there you go. You can.
The link is right there. The link tree in the bio of my Instagram. You know, you're gonna see it.
There you go. Go look up his butthole.
I mean, if that's what you're into.
I mean, I wasn't throwing shade.
Hell yeah. Hey, it's a way to support, man. So you can follow him on. Tell them all. Yeah, let them know. Remind everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, where they can support you.
You guys can literally find me anywhere at 3ALITY. You guys can go to iTunes. You guys can go to SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pandora. The list goes on. If it's not there, you're probably like not in America or something. Like, I don't know. You got people. There's the top 10 places to find music. You can find me there. Like.
There you go. Definitely hit it up. Hit him up, man. Follow him on all the social medias. Do you have?
Yeah, I'm a very friendly and interacting dude. If you want to hit me up and ask me questions, I'm always up for a chat. You know.
Do you have physical copies of your record or merchandise or anything like that? People that want to support you that way.
Oh yeah, I have a shit ton of merch. For physical copies right now, I think all I have is Evolution. I never printed up any Juice copies, and I believe Sick Parvis Magna and Second Coming are sold out. But I have 2 different snapbacks. I have one for 3ALITY and one for Shadow Phoenix. I have a 3ALITY beanie and a Shadow Phoenix beanie. I have 2 Shadow Phoenix shirts and a 3ALITY shirt. I have a bunch of wristbands and stuff like that. Yeah, when I go on tour, it's going to be freaking a great time. I want to just live on the road. If I could just do shows like every single day of the year, I would.
Hell yeah! And so how can they people that like listening now, they wanted to purchase that? How can they get that?
Right now the Shadow Phoenix website should be up, but if anybody wants to DM me on Facebook or Instagram to get right in touch with me, that's probably the best way to do it. The website is shadowphoenix.com. Phoenix is spelled with a 3. But yeah, like I said, just DM me on Instagram, DM 3ALITY on Facebook.
Hell yeah, hit him up. Get that
comment on my posts, do anything. Watch for when I'm coming to your city. Make sure you come out to the shows, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow him. Keep up. Go support that OnlyFans. What?
Yeah.
You won't see me over there, but everybody else can head on over there. Much love. What's he saying? Fun fact, he's also a man good at karate and used to love Pop-Tarts. There you go.
Who doesn't love Pop-Tarts, bro?
Yeah, but have you ever put butter on a Pop-Tart?
Have you ever put Pop-Tart in a freezer?
No.
And yes, I did just totally skip over your Family Guy reference.
That Family Guy referenced that much later than I enjoyed that meal. I promise you. A lot of people haven't tried it. They think it's weird. It's so delicious. But no, I've never had one in a freezer. That just seems annoying to me. Little
known fact, not karate, but I am a 3rd-degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh. Well, that was your old homie Cody says. He was just confused.
From ages 8. That's actually crazy because I'm 28 right now, and from ages 8 to 18, I took Taekwondo classes. So,
hell yeah, 10-year anniversary of Taekwondo.
Yes, I would definitely be a certified master by now, but I had to take my life in different paths, I guess is what I'm looking for.
That's right. There you go. Well, I got a playlist here we're gonna play. I want to go over it with you, and then we do have at least one more question. If anybody listening right now has any questions for 3ALITY, put them in the chat room, whichever chat room you're in. We are live on YouTube as well as Repliconradio.com. And now I can hear myself talking. So yeah, I got the playlist. If you got any fun facts or tidbits about the tracks, just let us know.
All right,
the first one up is straight underground music. I think we already kind of talked about that one.
Yeah, there's not really much more to say about that one.
Then I got Figure It Out.
Okay, Figure It Out was created as a contest entry song, and as it is one of the 2 tracks on the Peace and Love EP. The Peace and Love Festival is the show that we did in September in Denver, Colorado. And I named the Peace and Love EP that specifically because I say the word peace and love in Figure It Out and the other track, Tired. But other than that, Figure It Out was just a lyrical, dope song that I was trying to enter some online contest with. And I guess I came in like 4th place, and it was all by like 100th of a point difference and some crazy shit like that. But
shout out Intrinsic. Well, then to follow it up, I got the track Tired as well. So
yes, Tired is definitely the song that had a lot of meaning into it. Tired touches on all of the social issues that were pressed last year between COVID and Black Lives Matter and all the other shit that you would see on the news about a year ago. So that song has a music video on YouTube. And yeah, it was a really good, fun song.
Hell yeah. Then I got Never Will.
Never Will. That has no feature on it, correct?
I didn't make it.
I always get that song confused with the one that Skiro's on. But
I don't believe. No, it does not. It does.
Yes. Never Will.
Not a listed feature.
Never Will is the kickoff song for the Juice mixtape. That song, it's pretty simple. Juice mixtape actually has a backstory. I'll give you the very, very, very short version of it really quick. Me and the kid that I dissed on Second Coming were supposed to release an EP together, and our duo name was Juice, and it was spelled Joose or whatever, because he had this dumbass song called Got the Juice, and so he was like orange juice and I was like grape juice because purple and shit. And so when our friendship fell apart, I literally only had like 4 songs, and I was like, well, I'm definitely gonna rewrite his verses and put these 4 songs out. And then I had the 4 songs from the contest. I put those together. There was a bunch of other random tracks I was working on, and I did those. And then I took a song or 2 or 3 that were released under different things, and I threw them on there, and it all just came together like one big sexy ass mixtape for the miscellaneous songs to all be heard by all the fans and stuff like that. So Never Will was originally going to have my ex-friend on it, and I just thought it was one of the best songs to set the tone. And that's why it's track 1 on the mixtape. I wanted to make sure that the mixtape started off with a song that had no features on it, because the mixtape is very feature heavy, and yeah, I think people will love it.
Hell yeah. And then to end it up, we got the Mamacita track with Skiro and Bones Dub.
Yeah, Mamacita is on Skiro's Afterlife album. And it's featuring me and Bones Dub, and him and Bones, I guess, kind of have like a friendship. And there was a show we were supposed to do with A&B and like Gmo Ski, and that shit never happened, and partially because of COVID. So one day down the line, I'm hoping, because we do have money owed to us by a certain label, and hopefully we get something out of it and we don't have to cut it as a loss. But we did get Bones on the track. I don't know if Bones ever promoted it, probably not, but yeah, people that see his name there, I guess they have extra incentive to give it a listen. Freaking, there's nothing I love in this world more than Spanish women, so we dedicate that song to them. And if anybody listens to that track, you got to hear the part at the end if they haven't heard it yet, because that's Skiro's special, like, sprinkly touch on the track.
There you go. So make sure you guys stay tuned for Skiro's special mwah. And all the mamacitas out there can, if they enjoy the song or what you're saying, they can hit you up on OnlyFans. Link is in the bio.
Hey, they could possibly even be a feature on his OnlyFans.
There you go. Look at that.
There we go. Let's do that.
There you go. Hell yeah, man.
Slide right into the DMs.
Hit him up. Subscribe. I don't know how that shit works. Hell yeah, man. But yeah, the new track's out. We're gonna bump some music. We do got one more question for you, man, because we asked all of our guests the same shit because we're completely unoriginal and that's just what we do. Essentially, bro, you got 3 albums, 3 records that either inspire you as an artist, inspire you as a man. Maybe it's your favorite thing to dance to when you're live on the internet. Maybe it's the one you cry to when you're sad in your car. Whatever it is, man, just 3 records you could not live without.
Holy shit. Oh, it's so hard to narrow it down to just 3.
Right.
So I have to say Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park, 10,000 Fists by Disturbed, and we'll fucking go with the Eminem Show by Eminem.
Hell yeah. They're solid choices. I think it's the first time we got Disturbed. I like that.
I could easily give you 3 more.
Wow, you only get 3, bro. That's all you get. You have to live with that decision, not me.
Oh man, but yeah, those are the best 3 that I could choose.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. That Hybrid Theory, bro, that comes up a lot, man.
I'm sure it does. Mike Shinoda is one of my biggest absolute inspirations for rap because he is a rapper. So
he is a rapper. You are right about that. Hell yeah! Shout out to Linkin Park all motherfucking day. That's what's up, man. Well,
if anybody,
yeah.
No, I'm not gonna say that, but I do cover Linkin Park once in a while. At the Denver show, I had this Linkin Park jersey. I literally just walked off stage and put it on and then came out and was like, who loves Linkin Park? Blah, blah, blah. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington. And fucking did a cover of A Place for My Head. And freaking, I love doing that. It's mad fun. Gives the crowd something to sing along to and get energized with. And
hell yeah. Maybe you can find it on YouTube if you guys want to check it out. Maybe it's out there. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Rest in peace, Chester, for sure. That's what's up, brother. Well, yeah, definitely. We're going to play the music, man. So if you guys like it, make sure you head on over, follow him, 3ALITY, on all social medias. Look forward to him hitting the road real soon. We'll let you guys know when the tour gets announced. You got any last words, any shout outs, anything you want to say before we let you go, brother?
Thank you guys for having me on. Thanks to anybody that actually listened. And thanks to everybody that's going to listen and follow and just hit me up, man, because I'm here. I love to socialize. Me and I need to have the fans back because they need to have my back. Anybody in entertainment is nothing without their following, so we gotta pay as much love and respect to them as we can. I mean, the 3 biggest places to follow me, the 3 places that I think matter and count the most are YouTube, Spotify, and Instagram. So if you guys want to show me love, make sure you guys go follow me there, hit me up. I hope you guys enjoy all the music.
Hell yeah, man. Well, we appreciate hanging out with us, man. Obviously, you're already the homie, but welcome to the Replicon family for sure. And,
thank you, brother. Much love.
Hell yeah, man. We'll definitely keep in touch. Let us know when you announce the tour, and we'll get the word out for sure.
Facts. I'm sure you guys won't miss it. I'll DM it to you, and everything will be dope.
Hell yeah. Everybody else tuned in, man. We're going to take a quick break. If you guys are up on YouTube, we'll be back after the break to tell you about we're going to learn some history and some more stuff popping off in the underground and just to talk some shit. If you're listening to the replay, it's all good. Everybody listening live on YouTube, head on over to repliconradio.com so you can hear the music break because we don't play music on YouTube. And then we will be back after the break, y'all. Much love.